is at the forefront of India's push to develop and export indigenous, world-class entrance automation and urban transit technologies. Under his leadership, Aurotoshi has become one of the few Indian companies delivering end-to-end solutions for automatic fare collection systems and platform screen doors, fully compliant with global metro rail standards. Siddhant's vision is to position India as a design engineering and manufacturing powerhouse in the smart mobility aviation space, building a brand that not only serves India's rapidly expanding urban transport ecosystem, but completely globally as well. He's a strong believer in the contribution of public transit technologies towards economic empowerment, global sustainability, and environmental goals. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Siddhant Sachdev. Can we please have him on the stage? Welcome, sir. Mr. Sachdev, podium is yours.
Morning, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here at InnoMetro 2025 and sharing this platform with visionaries, technocrats, and policymakers driving the future of Indian urban transit infrastructure. My name is Siddhant Sachdev, and I come from a legacy rooted deeply in Indian industry. A family business that began over 3 decades ago with a simple goal: to bring automation to Indian doors. From that humble beginning in 1992, we've evolved into Aurotoshi, a name now associated with smart transit systems in collaboration with Pro Solutions Limited, one of India's fastest growing listed technology groups. Together, we represent what I believe is the next frontier of Indian manufacturing, where tradition meets technology and where the dream isn't just to make in India, but to make for the world. At first, I thought this would be a wonderful platform to talk about and showcase our growth journey and future plans to dignitaries of the transit ecosystem. But I soon realized that this platform was far more important to discuss individual stories. It provided an opportunity to represent the middle class of Indian industry, MSMEs, and in turn put forward ideas of an MSME representative to those that are walking the same path towards making Bharat a global leader today. The 3 pillars that I've chosen to speak about today are the power of SMEs, the need to not just make in India, but to broaden that horizon to make for the world, and lastly, the importance of fusing technology with manufacturing. SMEs are the foundation of industrial economy, flexible, resilient, and deeply rooted in local realities. But they now must adopt a global mindset, not just survive in India, but lead globally. And the only way to do that sustainably is by embracing the synergy of technology and manufacturing, leveraging digital innovation not as a buzzword, but as a tool for efficiency, scale, and impact. These aren't 3 separate themes operating in silos. They are interconnected steps in India's journey from starting to become a manufacturing hub to a global solutions provider. That's why I've chosen to focus on them, because they're not only critical to our future, but they are already shaping our present. So first, let's talk about SMEs, the middle class of India's industry. India today is home to more than 63 million MSME groups, contributing nearly 30% to India's GDP and employing more than 110 million people. In the urban infrastructure and transit sector, many of the critical innovations, fabrications, and services are delivered by this resilient segment of our industry. At Aurotoshi, our roots go back to 1992 when Toshi Automatic Systems started as a partnership firm importing automatic doors from Taiwan. Back then, India wasn't even assembling doors, let alone manufacturing them. Today, we manufacture more than 75 to 80% of our product value in-house, from gate structures to control boards, right here in India. But let me be clear, the journey is not complete. We aspire not just to be an Indian OEM, but a global OEM representing India in the field of automatic fare collection and platform screen door technologies. Yet, for SMEs, policy support, skill development, access to capital, and mentorship are critical. If India is to become a $5 trillion economy, it is the SMEs that will be the propulsion engine of this endeavor. But that is only if we broaden their horizon and instill a global mindset. Second, broadening the definition of Make in India. We often talk about Make in India, and we are very much the proud flag bearers of this mission. But that in itself is not complete. The idea is to make in India and make for the world, and that's where the real opportunity lies. Because Atmanirbharta is not about isolation, it is about readiness. Readiness to compete, readiness to contribute, and to lead on the global stage. Our partnership with Aurionpro has been instrumental in that shift. It is a true Indian synergy, a collaboration between a manufacturing-led SME and a tech-led enterprise group, both aligned by the vision to take Indian capability abroad. For example, in Merida, in a municipality in Mexico, 14,000 kilometers away from here, Aurionpro and Aurotoshi delivered gates, TVMs, and software solutions as part of a state-of-the-art AFC system for a BRT corridor. The first time such systems were exported from India to Mexico. In the Maldives, Aurionpro implemented an island-wide open-loop AFC solution, proving that Indian-built solutions can be trusted even in geographically complex scenarios. And at home, we have successfully delivered AFC systems to Noida, Nagpur, and Kanpur metros, competing and winning against European OEMs, and also delivered platform screen doors for 6 out of the 8 BRT corridors in the country. So yes, we are made in India, but more importantly, we are trusted by the world. And I believe that this is the exact mindset shift that SMEs must embrace. Benchmark, not locally, but globally. Compete not for survival, but for significance. This is how we see the true spirit of Atmanirbharta. Not as a wall to keep others out, but as a platform to take India to the world. Bharat should not be self-reliant. It should be globally relevant. Lastly, the fusion of technology and manufacturing. This is what will become India's global play. If there's one lever that will determine whether Indian SMEs succeed globally, it is the adoption of the right technology. But technology alone is not the answer. What matters is how you blend technology with manufacturing to create value for your customers. This is where Aurionpro's strength in platform-led solutions and Aurotoshi's capabilities in product design and manufacturing come together. Together, we've built and are further adding transit systems that combine hardware and software seamlessly. AFC gates that integrate with central command centers, station-level hardware that support pure-play open-loop EMV card systems, and platform screen doors for metro and high-speed rail that will be very shortly made in India and connect seamlessly with signaling and telecom systems. Our belief is simple. Don't chase trends, solve problems. Leverage technology to plug operational inefficiencies, reduce maintenance costs, and enhance overall commuter experience. We see this not just as a business goal, but as a nation-building mission to uplift MSMEs and give access to digital capabilities, to build secure and scalable public infrastructure, and to create an ecosystem that's both high tech and high trust. As we move forward, whether as entrepreneurs, technocrats, or policymakers, our mindset must fundamentally evolve. We must stop benchmarking ourselves locally and start asking, are we really the best, not just in India, but best in the world? For this, I urge policymakers and industry leaders to create an enlarged focus, not just to protect Indian manufacturing, but to elevate it, to challenge it, hold us to global standards, push us, enable us, because only through that pressure will Indian enterprises emerge as world leaders and world beaters. Let's build local, but act global. Let's not just make in India, let's build for the world with pride, with precision, and with purpose. Let's stop asking whether India can compete globally. Let's ask ourselves, how soon can we compete globally? Let's move beyond Make in India. Let's lead with Make in India, Make for the world. Thank you.
A very fascinating account. Just an idea sharing with you. We have an organization called CONCOR, Container Corporation of India. Have you heard of it or no?
No, sir.
You have not. Okay. Container Corporation of India is a part of Indian Railways. It's a wholly owned subsidiary of Indian Railways. And it is an organization which has been doing very well. Just to give you a small example, they have a turnover of about 9,000 crores and they make a net profit of 1,000 crores per year. So an organization which on a turnover of 9,000 can make 1 profit would be amongst the best in India or anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
They have 60 inland container depots. An inland container depot is like a dry port.
Yeah.
So the one closest is in Tughlakabad. Okay? If you are an exporter or an importer, you do not have to do any custom clearances, etc. in Bombay or Calcutta. You can do it in Tughlakabad.
Yes.
It's a dry
Yes.
port. Okay? And the operations are huge. So any trucks going in or coming out, it has to conform to a lot of restrictions. You know, it has custom clearance and other things.
Correct.
And only after that the truck can move out. Internationally, we have inland container depots where the truck moves seamlessly.
Correct.
The truck doesn't stop. Here, they have made a lot of attempts to do everything, but still it is not a totally seamless movement.
True.
Okay? And the movement of the truck determines the capacity of the terminal.
Correct.
Okay? Because there are thousands of trucks going in and coming out every day. So if somebody can evolve a system which makes it absolutely seamless and comparable to the best in the world, the Container Corporation will be willing to invest any amount of money. A few hundred crores or even more than that they'll be willing.
Yes, sir, absolutely, and thank you for sharing that. I think that very well gives an example of what I wanted to put forward. And the idea is that to evolve globally, we must think of the entire ecosystem supporting a global mindset, right? And that's something that we see with some of our bordering countries, for example, China, where the entire ecosystem works in cohesion. So whether it is dry ports, whether it is the policies for export, whether it is the supply chains, I think the first and foremost idea is to adopt the mindset that we don't want to just build for the nation, we want to build for the nation and for the world. And in that vision, the entire ecosystem must align itself to have that global mindset. So thank you for sharing that.